Hey all, Riley here. It's been a while since I made a haul video, but I am doing one now, kind of encompassing everything I've bought since the last month of stuff. If you watched my last video, you know that my wife and I moved recently to a new apartment, so I got everything set up. We're in a much nicer place, much more space. My shelves look a lot nicer now. Um, so we just kind of been doing that and dealing with home things, and I haven't gotten down to make a video. Also, some upcoming big things are happening. I've been talking about making the website recently, so something's happening regarding that in the near future. I'm not going to make an official announcement yet until all the kinks are worked out, I guess, but that's going to happen soon. Other topic, I've had people ask about my wife and where she is when I'm making my videos. Usually I make them while she's at work and I'm at home during the day. So she's actually here right now because she insisted that I actually make a video while she's here, but she doesn't want to appear on camera, so she's just sitting on the couch at the side with my dog.
Hi. I'm real.
Yeah, so
I exist.
so she's here.
I just look like Boo.
She's very self-conscious about the way she looks right now, and I don't know why, but she doesn't want to appear on camera. Anyway, so yeah, I have this stack of books right now that I'm going to talk about that I got within the past 3 weeks or so. Also within the past 3 weeks ago, I've been growing out my beard, so that's why I have facial hair, and I don't know exactly when I'm going to get rid of this, but that happened. No Shave November.
At my request.
At my wife's request, she wanted to see me with a quote-unquote lumberjack beard. So no shave November and then don't shave December. And we'll see how long this lasts, how long I can keep it up without it getting too itchy. Anyway, into the comics now. I've wasted 2 minutes. Top of my stack, I've got Dr. Voodoo, the Avenger of the Supernatural. This is a short 5-issue miniseries by Rick Remender with Hefte Palo on the art. I picked this one up recently, being that it's, I think, the only Remender written thing from Marvel that I haven't read, and he's using Brother Voodoo in his upcoming second volume of the Uncanny Avengers. So I wanted to read this and catch up with his take on the character before going into that book. Next book, this one's a new one, Runaways Complete Collection Volume 2. This goes through the majority of Brian K. Vaughan's run on the second volume of Runaways, so it has issues 1 through 18, plus the Free Comic Book Day issue. He wrote through issue 24, so the third volume of this series is going to collect the remainder of that. So, nice thick paperback volume. I recently read the first volume, I don't know, a month ago or something, and I really dug it, so I'm excited to dig into this one as well. Yeah, if you're familiar with Marvel's complete collections, they're just thicker paperback collections. They are pretty nice. Of course, I would rather this have been an omnibus, but I'm not going to complain about it because it is a nice collection, and we're getting 4 of these encompassing every Runaways story, so that's pretty nice. Next paperback I've got is Guardians of the Galaxy Complete Collection by Abnett and Lanning Volume 2. So this collects issues 13 through 25 of that series, which brings it to its conclusion. This volume has all the tie-ins for the War of Kings and the Realm of Kings leading up to Thanos Imperative. So if you enjoyed the movie that came out during the summer, then this is the series that you would want to read. I also recommend picking up the Star-Lord Annihilation Conquest miniseries, as that's where Star-Lord kind of puts this team together. But this ongoing series features the crew that you know from the movies, Star-Lord, Gamora, Rocket, Groot, and Drax. So really good stuff, especially nice since the older paperback volumes went out of print and were extremely hard to find, very expensive. I used to have those. I sold them in favor of these nice 2-volume set. Of course, hopefully, I'm hoping that we get an omnibus. We know that we're having the Annihilation Conquest omnibus come out now, so I'm hoping for Realm of Kings, War of Kings, stuff like that. and maybe those will collect these Abnett and Lanning Guardians issues in oversized hardcover pages and all that good stuff. The next volume I have here is the deluxe edition hardcover of Saga with the nice breastfeeding on the cover here. Look, wife, it's breastfeeding.
I see.
She's very enthused by that. So this book, it's an oversized hardcover collecting the first 18 issue of Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples' series. It's a pretty nice book right here. If you have never read the series before, obviously I recommend it. The hardcover itself is very nicely put together. I'm really happy to be able to read this on those oversized pages because Fiona Staples' artwork is just pretty impressive. Also, maybe my wife can finally continue reading the book since she started the first 6 issues or so and never got back to it. Now that she doesn't have to dig out my single issues, this is a pretty easy way to do it. So she just grabbed that from me, and I'm going to move on to my next book, which is one that I've actually gotten a few questions about, people asking me to show it off. So I just got it, and I'm happy to show it off, is Zenith Phase 1 by Grant Morrison. So I'm a huge Grant Morrison fan. This was something that I was really looking forward to seeing put back into print. Zenith being classic story from Morrison and Yoel, however you pronounce Steve, the artist's name. It's from the 2000 AD magazine, which is why it's in this bigger format right here. If I compare it to a regular oversized hardcover, it's the same height, but it's a little wider in the pages. So they recently, a year ago or so, they released a very limited amount of the entire Zenith series in one massive hardcover, and it was super expensive. So that said, I didn't buy it. If I had money, then yeah, I would have bought it, but I didn't have money, and it was like, I don't know, like $500 or something. It's probably not that much, but it was ridiculous, and I did not have that much money for it. And now it's going for a way more inflated price, which, you know, we all knew would happen because it was limited to an extremely small amount of copies. So now we have these hardcover collections. There's going to be 4 of them. The first one came out, I guess, it was 2 weeks ago. The second one came out this past Wednesday. I have that coming in the mail. And the third and fourth, the solicitations that I've seen put it out like a few months from now. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, really nice looking hardcover. Nice stuff going on here. I'm impressed because I didn't expect to see it in such a huge format, but I'm excited to dig into this one. Definitely one that I've been looking forward to grabbing. And it is those hardcovers are still limited in print. That's why if you look on like in stock trades, they don't allow you to order more than 1 copy per customer, at least for the first one, because it is still limited. So go and get it as soon as you can if you're interested. Next is the first oversized hardcover for Jason Aaron and Esad Ribic's Thor: The God of Thunder series. This volume contains the first 11 issues of the title. This runs through the entire Godkiller arc, where Thor goes up against Gorr. Of course, Jason Aaron introduced the 3 ages of Thor. Basically, he has the modern Avenger Thor, and then there's an image on the back of the old King Thor, who's missing an arm and uses a destroyer arm. And then there's the young Thor from before he became an Avenger, from thousands of years ago, who wields Jarnbjorn, the god-slaying axe, or whatever you want to call that. So this has been a really fantastic series. It just recently ended, and now we have the new female-led Thor title, and that one's still going really well. So I really recommend this one, if not just to see Esad Ribic's artwork on these deluxe-sized pages. And there's a ton of amazing stuff that happens in this, like, as far as the art goes. It's really freaking beautiful. I really love it. I'm happy to have this. I recommend this wholeheartedly. If you're a fan of Thor, then this is definitely a series you need. Just yeah. And I don't know where it is, but there's a page where Thor is riding a star shark and shooting lasers out of that shark's nostrils, and it's pretty awesome. But yeah, pick that one up. And then these last three are some big omnibus volumes. First on my stack is the Deadpool and Cable omnibus. This is a collection of Fabian Nicieza's Cable and Deadpool series. They did switch the names around because Deadpool's more popular right now than Cable is, but originally it was Cable and Deadpool, not Deadpool and Cable. This is a really fun series. The writer Nicieza, however you want to say that name, because I have no idea how he pronounces it. He's one of the creators of Deadpool, so he came back to the character and wrote this 50-issue series, which sees Cable and Deadpool kind of do this whole buddy cop thing. It's a pretty interesting story. It's been a while since I read it, but it was really good. There's a lot of the comedic factor of Deadpool in there, and it's a really nicely put together omnibus volume, as always with Marvel stuff. The binding works really well. There's no gutter loss while you're reading. And all around, if you're a Deadpool fan, this would be one of the top runs that I would recommend, up there with Joe Kelly's run. But that's speaking as someone who hasn't completely read the current ongoing series by Jerry Dugan and Brian Posehn. I still need to catch up on that one. So, yeah, this one has issues 1 through 50. Plus the Deadpool GLI Summer Fun Spectacular and material from the number 27 of the current series, which is the big anniversary issue where Deadpool got married and they made a big deal out of it and had like 1 million characters on the cover, and it was supposed to be the most comic characters on a cover ever. But anyway, moving on. Howard the Duck Omnibus. So I was really looking forward to grabbing this one, given the fact that this was kind of a holy grail for a while. It's one of those that was released back in 2008, and it went out of print, and it's one that a lot of people missed out on, a lot of people were hoping to grab, and after Howard's appearance in Guardians of the Galaxy's ending stinger after the credits, they announced pretty soon thereafter that they were going to reprint this, and it was released, I think, towards the end of October. Actually, I think it was the last day of October that it hit shelves. So yeah, they put out the reprint, and it's awesome. I haven't gotten to dig into this one yet, but it looks great. It collects, let's see, a bunch of the material from the Man-Thing Omnibus, which I also own, like Adventure into Fear 19, Man-Thing number 1, Giant Size Man-Thing 4 through 5, because those are like where Howard originally appeared, so it's that whole storyline right there before delving into the first ongoing Howard the Duck series, which is 33 issues, and then there's an annual. And then it also has Marvel Treasury Edition number 12 and Marvel Team Up number 96. It looks like there's also an issue of Foom in here, at least some material from it. So, nice volume. One thing that I like about Marvel's current omnibus is they've started putting like images on the covers. So there's that, and then there's that. Very nice looking, very attractive volume. If you are a fan of Howard the Duck, then this is definitely one to grab. Also notable is that Marvel is releasing a series of complete collection paperback volumes for Howard the Duck. Now I'm hoping that in addition to collecting the material that's here, that those complete collections move forward into the Howard the Duck magazine, the one that Bill Mantlo wrote, which I think was more adult-oriented, so there's kind of like a little lesser chance that you're going to see that happen, but I really hope it does. And then into the Marvel Max Howard the Duck one, where Howard turns into a mouse for 6 issues, and then the one that Ty Templeton wrote for like 4 issues. So that's what I'm hoping to get out of those complete collections. And all of this is happening not just because Howard made an appearance in Guardians, but as you probably know at this point, Howard is getting a new ongoing title from Marvel, written and drawn by Chip Zdarsky, who does Sex Criminals over at Image with Matt Fraction, and Joe Quinones, who's done a lot of different stuff for Marvel for a while. Anyway, moving on to my last book of the stack is Fantastic Four by Jonathan Hickman, Volume 2. I've really been looking forward to having this one because it completes Hickman's saga that he had on the Fantastic Four. Absolutely one of my favorite runs in recent memory in comics, so it's nice to have that entire thing across 2 titanic hardcover volumes. This one collects, of course, the latter half, which consists of FF number 6 through 23, Fantastic Four 600 to 611, and 605.1. So this has a lot of stuff goes down here. If you've already bought the first volume and you dug that one, then I definitely recommend picking this one up. I know that it was increased in price from 100 at the first volume to 125 for the second volume. The fact of the matter is that second volumes never sell as well as first volumes, so it happens. But it's totally worth it, especially if you read the first volume already. Of course, there's a lot of awesome artwork and stuff in here, a lot of great storylines. If you're a fan of Hickman's current Avengers stuff, then I definitely recommend picking this series up because it's tonally kind of the same, and also he has material with Reed Richards in here, and of course he's part of the New Avengers Illuminati series. So it kind of, some of that kind of carries over a little, not a ton that I'd say it's completely necessary to read Fantastic Four, but I think you'd be happy if you did. Anyway, so that's all I've got with this haul. I'm not gonna make it a whole month between now and my next video. I've got a few more books coming in the mail, should be in a couple days now. So I'll talk about that, and then this coming month, December, there are several big volumes that people need to be looking out for. The 4th Captain America Omnibus by Ed Brubaker, Trial of Captain America. After many years since the 3rd Omnibus, they're finally doing this, and we also know that the 5th Omnibus is around the corner. The Young Avengers Omnibus by Kieran Gillen and Jamie McKelvey is hitting the shelves, as well as there's one more big book. It's on the tip of my tongue and I just can't remember it, but there's a lot of cool paperbacks coming out. There's the Wolverine Epic Collection, collecting the first however many issues by it's like Claremont's run on the ongoing series, and a lot more stuff. Morning Glories has a compendium coming out. It's going to be a good month. Anyway, I hope that y'all in America had a really good Thanksgiving. I hope that y'all everywhere else had a really good regular day. And, you know, stay tuned. Look forward to news about the upcoming website and what's going to be going on with the Omnibus Collector. If you dig what we do over here, make sure to donate. And, you know, follow me on Tumblr, www.theomnibuscollector.tumblr.com.